Okay.
Yes, yes.
How
The
are you?
Peaceful Brothers.
The peaceful.
Yeah, the
I'm a
peaceful
brother, man. Don't
people
worry.
North America, Northern continent, yeah, whatever it is.
Nick Nolte, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How do you feel being interviewed by Canadians?
Well, I know you Canadians so well. I've shot so many films in Canada. I have great friends in Canada. So it's a pleasure.
And you know the south of France very well because you filmed The Good Thieves also.
Yes, yes, with French actors, Algerian actors, and only one American, which was really a treat. Um, Canada is very special. It certainly is a place of the place of peace on that continent. I think probably my favorite city in that continent is Montreal. You know, yeah, I like Montreal a lot. San Francisco too, but I think Montreal, gets it. It's a pretty live place.
How did you react when Olivier Assayas sent you the script for Clean?
It didn't happen that way. Yeah, okay. I'll tell it quickly. I had a friend staying with me from England, Matt Trollmans, and he knows musicians. And Olivier was interviewing musicians in London, real musicians. And this musician sent us the screenplay email. And Matt read it, and he came to me and he said, "This is a really good script. Alan Bates has the role." And, so we called the casting director and said, we told the musician he definitely should go see Olivier Assayas. He was a great director. And then we called the casting director and said, "Listen, if there's any more of this type of material and directors, and, please let us know, And she said, "Okay." And, 2 days later, she called and said, "You're playing Albrecht." And then Olivier called and said, "Well, we have to go in 3 weeks." So I went up to Canada real quick and talked to boat builders up there. And I don't try to do a Canadian accent or anything. It's ridiculous. But I do know what the spirit of the country is about. And there's a piece there that I think I got a bit.
So in Clean, you play a grandfather who's taking care of his son or his deceased son's son.
He's a son's son, yeah. My son was a rock and roll artist, a passionate fellow. And there's so many themes running through it. It's kind of it's talking about music and when business comes in and how the music stops, and music's a special art because it communicates to everybody. Its language is universal. And so my son overdoses, and then we have the grandchild. My wife, a Canadian actress,
But it's all
American in it.
it's also it also talks about the dark side of celebrity. There's a lot of themes. Did you relate to one of the themes in the movie? The movie is called Clean.
Oh yeah. Well, I related to the whole thing, because the drugs or the need to get away from life and the pain of it sometimes is a necessary thing, and drugs do that. And when you come back from that kind of a journey, because you always have to change, and when you do come back, if you come back, it's then that you realize how precious life is and how much it's about feeling. And in this film is very true to that. And yeah, it's about celebrityhood too. I really just hadn't thought of that. I've only seen the film on a video. So I saw it in the theater, but it was a video, not the final cut. But boy, it's I just always wanted to work in French films, and I got a chance. And, Jesus, we also went and did at Rwanda, Hotel Rwanda, And there's a character, it's not Dallaire, we respected Dallaire a lot, He's come, I've read Dallaire's book and all that. But that's a very, very courageous man that stuck through that genocide in Canada, sticking with him. And
Do you have kids? Do you have a son?
yeah, he's sitting right over there.
How would you react if he would be in drugs, like in your character in the movie? How would you?
Well, like I do, It's part of growing up, It just is. When you're a teenager, I live with teenagers, I live with about 20, and it's a great honor to be able to live with them. But they're trying to feel feelings, they're feeling feelings for the first time. They want to know how far the feeling goes. They like to be scared. They like a little fear, I know what scared is, and I know what fear is, and I'm 63. I don't need to experiment about it anymore.
You're clean, you're telling me now.
Yeah, of course. But relatively speaking, it's, it's just, there is no clean, There's just a kind of a recognition of where you are. And then you cease doing things that hurt yourself.
In 1992, last question. Okay. In 1992, you were voted People Magazine's sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
Do you still feel sexy?
No, Johnny Depp's the sexiest man alive, and God bless his soul, he may have that honor. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with that at all.
Well, I'll tell you, you're the coolest man alive.
Hey, that's all right, man. I'll accept that, Cool is cool.
So you work a lot. You finished 2 movies already. And how many movies did you do this year? Because I was looking at the bio.
Oh, geez, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, really. 4, 5, something like that. Yeah, because I like to work. I'm really pushing it internationally,
You get to see your son often?
Oh, he's with me all the time. Yeah, he was in South Africa with me, and he was in everywhere.
What's his name?
Brawley.
He looks exactly like you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And take care of you.
I will. Okay.
We need you.
And things are going to change in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
They better.
They will.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.